Čuvaj, to se žvalio ili ćeš drugi?
Trži
što
ovo
nisu
je
žvalili.
Kako je ovo zamjena, cigara, ovo je pedeski, brat, a ovo je još više pedeski.
Ova tebi.
Ovo je kakve ženstvene. Test, 1, 2. Šta se ovdje dešava, halela, ko je te game, kako će, NBA.
Dam prljačama.
Hoće li to? Ovo je te lakije.
Evo, da.
Šta je bio film, ta?
Federal. Čekaj, šta se sad dešava?
Uđeš na kanal, a ti vidiš te vrat, jevo te vrat.
Vratio on treba da je ovdje da ga streama.
A neka. Čanko, rahmetli šeta.
Rodio si.
Čekaj, maknem ovako. Nešto se idem. Šta bi, brat? Tako i ja prije smrti. Sad treba početi. On kao nas streama, brat. Nas tam svi čuje, samo što nas ne.
Let's take them back.
Smo na Nikolu.
Moramo da snimamo, samo, brat. Čekaj, brat, šta ja treba sad da vidim. Evo tu. Samo ga dugo. Ti kad izgubiš ti ti tamo, on se nabi pa ga duva.
Ja ne znam imati jaka, ja te izgubio.
Šta bilo?
Šta bilo, jel?
Šta bilo kad sam ka igrač?
Kad ja te izgubio,
Čekaj, pa šta ovo nema?
Turčino bi rekao da je bolje od mene u NBA.
Ali on je zboljan.
U NBA me dobio.
Čekaj, brate, šta ono treba sve da kliknem? O, počeo.
Lost in translation, šta sam promijenio?
Pa stavio izgubljenog prevoda, ali on ga Amazon sam previo na engleski. Nema mene biti njih. Čekaj, brate. Trendu, istorija, treba mi početi na moj kanal, menadžer video snimaka.
Uživo streamuj.
I ja, i možda ja trebam kliknem i streaming uživo, da bi počeo i smijeni i tako.
I dobro večer, ale provode sa vama.
Ja,
Kako je notark?
uživo stanje streama.
Dobro večer, treba opet sa vama. Moj kompjuter ne bi komentarisao stvarno, jer moj kompjuter je jedan uopšnji kratki.
Imam ovo gledalate, moram se blokirati. Blamiram, bolje iskoristiti. Čeklaj, brate, čeklaj. Non shape, file, new presentation, add source, to smo stavili, broadcast, to smo stavili, tools, share, sam ćemo još...
O, brate, 17. To su obavljeni.
Gdje smo, brate, imamo samo to ne moramo da pušti vidi što na full sila, što radimo.
I koji su trenutno na našem kanalu.
Samo se ti vidim na kraju. Tako je bilo, da je 280. Sad ću mi vidjeti što smo mi uradili tu, bate ovo ono.
Hajde.
180, 720. Hvala, brate.
Hajde, to.
Počeće polako, ja nisam ja pustimo sve normalno radio, snimao, ja sad ti dođe, bela češći na sebe, da smišljam ne radiš.
22 časa i 28 minuta.
Za toga je taj prozor.
Drago.
22.
Drago nam je, da get game, kače, jebati, prava, majko.
Nisi to stavio?
Stavio sam, ali ne kulira.
Da, nema više cijelo mjera stiga.
Vidiš li kako cijelo ekrana?
A ja dođe ne vidim.
Nema, da ti vidiš pa ja bi tamo.
Da, ti voze.
Šta mu gledniš?
Okej, daš ti položen, brak.
Ima.
Malo dio mrak da ti svijetli.
Ha? Što?
Mrak da ti
Što, što si tako zao? Što nisi dobar, no?
To za mene. Catrulet, to se 96. Evo sad, piše da streamu.
Sačekaj, rano si vidio.
Dosta drugo kliki. Otvoriš da vidiš kako snima, da.
Uvijek ste im da lažu. Da li laž ljubav manjega?
Sam te skoro vremena
Catrulet, to stavljaš. Tu smo, brate, jedno da prvi raz novo te vrati. To ćeš da vidiš kako snima.
Da li laž ljubav manjega?
sam te skoro vremena
Tu smo, brate, jedno da prvi raz novo te vrati. Ovaj ko priča sam ne bi komentari s ovom koji je policaj. To ćeš da vidiš kako snima.
Da li laž ljubav manjega?
sam te skoro vremena
Aj sad neće, pa roči kako.
samo da čujem taj moj deo.
Nemoj sad kumit. Otvori telefon, uči taj i slušaj sam sebi.
Ovo je G2000.
G.
Get.
Ček sam li nešto? Da li je ovo da igrice ili je da neće drugo?
Kad se spoje dve džehennemske vatre,
Ili su pet.
dobija se
Ali
džehennemska vatra za roštilj.
Da li to do toga nadati? Naš brat srstičarski. Remove.
Small day, every day.
Smoke weed every day. La.
Smoke weed every day.
La.
Lele, baš tale.
A ne repede. Kakav ti to jebaški joystick?
Odjebi.
Ozmi.
Idrizov dost.
Ovo što ima, pa ja radim kod fejla sad.
Sasvima. Ovo je kupio prije nego što je počeo ratu.
Aha, pa uzeo na kredit.
Odmah ti kažem.
To sam levo.
Brate, sečka. Znači, ovo hoće košak neće, ide to gonit.
Kažem, pa uđi opet, tako zađi opet uđeš opet.
Dođemo u NBA,
A ja.
pa ćemo da njim streamamo. Kako je to pička moj brat, moja jaranice, žalim ja. Ko ti ono novi deško, ono? Si imao sliku.
Od 10 sati do 3 sam šetao.
Nisi je 10 nego
Kardio.
od pola 11.
Kardio, brate. Dobro je to je kardio.
Sa čim se vrat?
Pješki.
Jela la.
Allah.
Gdje si bio?
Nema gdje nisam.
Pa jesi bio u Blacku ili?
Jo,
Lutao sam.
našli se u Blacku.
Dok je nisam naš.
Ti si lutao.
I šetal. Ako nisam prešao 20 km, ja glavu se vidio sjeći.
Da vidio sad samo kako smo tamo budala postali.
Koliko ako nisi prešao?
20.
Konačno.
Pičko!
Ono kao,
Igrat ćemo na
Ajde, kino se.
Igrat ćemo na pobjeg.
Igra NBA, pa te se i tada. Nisu mogu ne da to ne. A ona NBA.
Onda, ti si našao ono, znaš kad igraju futbol, pa čekaš ti zato si uđi.
znaš šta je da ne.
Šta uzimaš, šta već, kako ti da vidim?
Više mi auto nekog crnika.
Hoćemo da ovo spasi ili?
Ovo je to laka se iz te vikove.
Ja, znači ja imam ognjivi. Bravo.
Laki ti imamo laka se iz te vikove.
Čuva, šta ti je?
Ovo ti je sviđi da radimo sve. To stari kuće kao. Pa, ako to kad se ne bude vidio.
Dobro.
To je dobro. Čekaj, nije dobro.
Znam.
Čekaj, nije dobro.
Konjima ima.
Allah.
Nije ona majka dobro. Čekaj, majko dobro. Šakaj, on je dobro. Čekaj. Allah.
Kada je Bexo, ovo ti Bexo, ovo je rekao dobro.
Ja, ti još mocene da je to. Da je to. Znaš, Rasela, pa, da šest. Ko ima bolji tim, boli? Sorry, gledaj, tebi tima, meni samo što je
Gledaj ovo,
Kenny i
igrači,
Kenny Jordan.
a ja jednom sam preko 90.
Ali 86, 82, 80, 81.
Evo računaj, to je ne Bento, nikad se su on igrao samo na te playeru.
Ali ti ovo iskajte.
Na ovoga mogu. Oma to ne znam, nije to sad ova godina, nego to kad smo mogli što... Ajde, vam predstav.
Tako da tako ima bolja koša.
Ali dugac, nešto tak taktička, ne sam protiv mene jeva. Mogu me podrži. Nema jakoga duva. Šta je ovo?
Tog najgore dolje 64 tog Vešio Smitha.
Pa bravo to.
Znaš to, da mu digneš moral.
Pa co, ne igra nikak, u školsku ga niko ne zove. Što mogu da ide? To se namestio sve. Nije se bravo, a svima.
Greetings, everyone, to Hit Sports brings you the NBA.
A možeš to?
Grafika, brz.
Da možeš.
Možda kaže.
Možda može.
Grafika je brza.
Ček, znači offense.
To sam
Znači
ja.
dobaciva.
Buton 3.
Ajde dobaciva
Buton 2.
prisjeti
To sam
se,
ja.
pa je zatvaš prisjeti dobaciva. Da vidimo sad.
Ti si buton 2, Lale buton 3.
Buton. Znači, aj pritiskaj mi dugmac.
Znaš šta ja moram
X,
predstaviti?
male.
X ne.
Što se kaže
Ja sam.
ili buton?
Button. Evo dvojka mi je ovo.
Button, bounce.
Šta je bounce pass?
Troga. To sam ja stavio.
Ne, ovo, krug. Krug.
Ti imaš dva kruga, ne?
Lob pass četvorka.
I to velika.
Shoot, ovo. Call play, to je L2.
Šut kocka.
Aha, znači ovo mi pojeban, zato je 110.
Je zaista dinara
Ja,
Roberto Carlos u to.
Zato
Stavio iz guna, pa bi svaku
imaš, sad neš All-Star Brazil i tu ćeš kava, sam napraviti. Hajde, igram, brat.
AMG.
Hajde.
We've got Boston and Chicago. It'll be the Celtics off the tip.
Ovo kopion jebote.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Celtics. Jones is out there with Jones. Then there's Havlicek. Then there's Sid. And it's Russell in at the big spot. And
Za ove pičke pa ovo. Ovo ti igrao na prvom. Ovo igra što je za
Jones drives in. And it's blocked.
Jedan što se tvoj
Here's Armstrong.
ovo jedan ti da. Danas. Nemaj ti mi.
And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
Jebo, ti drive dovolj, sad to pojde. Idu bekni što se tiče. Ide mrdač. Pa mrdač. X može, sam mrda. A prva jača se
Here's
pojde.
Jones.
Vratim loptu, mali.
Oho, gledam.
Outside, Jones. The kick out to Havlicek. And the 7'1" Bill Cartwright extends for the rebound. Celtics on D.
Ima malče.
Grant dishes to Armstrong.
Šuta, ono,
Back
to
to
je
Grant.
šuta.
Pass to Pippen. Pick by Cartwright. Pocket 6. Expanding his range. It's hauled in by Bill Russell.
Šuta, da. Šuta, ja ću.
Jones kicks to Jones. And he gets it to go.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And here's Armstrong. Cartwright up top. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
Šut njemu.
Pippen kicks to Armstrong. Just 5 to shoot. Sanders with the steal.
Šuta, ja.
It's 2-on-1. Here's Havlicek. Finish off the break.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish up the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read how that play was going to develop and where the ball
Ja sam onaj cijenta što mi zemlju pravo
And it's Jones. Picks up on the assist by Jones. Jones has got a second basket of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Šuta, a mene posla ne
Pippen
bom.
kicks to Armstrong.
Sad.
A three. And Jones pulls it down. And Boston has possession. They've definitely hit
Ovo je
that groove
trojka šta?
offensively.
Da nije bio cijel.
Šut kamera data, posljedno se.
Dobro je jebo. Ala?
Yeah, you like groove, don't you?
Šut.
I do. So let's go to play, Kevin. Matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode. You see it from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Nemo malo se.
And here's Jones. After the three-pointer from Scottie Pippen,
Ne
shoots from
valja
12. Jump shot is good that time. Russell's got his first 2 points. Bulls trail by 3.
Spalt novče. A koliko će vam reći dvorka,
Day on this defense. He's got the
Ma je gori šut pa te uopće. Ide
It's
dobro
Jones
znao.
on the way.
Slobodno, nemoj se.
And it's Sanders missing again.
Amere, nemoj da šutaj za...
Armstrong against
Bravo,
Havlicek.
33,
Ja na rovim djede. Pa ne znam gdje mu je Jordan, sam Jordana kraj.
And first quarter, we're
Je
about
to,
3.5 minutes
33
in.
soka, preko toga lagano 30 gleda.
Pippen kicks to
Ne velja,
Armstrong.
taj 10 se ne velja.
6 to shoot.
Ne, ja skoro sam na onda, to nema glava.
Graham outside.
Šuta!
Here's the dribble.
Prva asistencija,
just a grinder. Always dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Ovo je mladi s napravi padalo.
He's been way just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
A ovo je najbrat.
And stolen by
Kontrola je
Russell. And
opće.
now Russell pushing it out. No one back to stop him. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Quick hands on the steal and just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Purdue is checked in for Cartwright. Williams comes in for Morris Grant. Gray is checked in for Pippen. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. Then for the Celtics, Counts is checked in for Russell. Heinzen comes in for Sanders. And Siegfried subbed in for Jones. Now Jones, following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan. Shot got him all the way up that time, so he'll shoot right here. In a moment now, we're going to take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the offenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Good on both. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. Bulls trail by 3. They swipe it. It's intercepted.
Šuta, vjeruj mi.
Here's Paxson. And again, no good by Chicago.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can't really have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The drive by Jordan. 10 feet away. Jordan's got 6.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Outside, Jones fires from the wing, and he hits the jump shot. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And a wide open look for Jordan. Jordan with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The Celtics with the lead.
Ostatak tima, da ona je teže.
Here's Siegfried. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Jones.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Centru, da.
Promaši tablo.
Bože.
So far, it's been a close and contested game as we get the second quarter.
What when I play me?
And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
Is out there with Pippen. Miller's Armstrong. It's Michael Jordan. And it's Cartwright in at the 5, roaming the lane. So that's the 5 game for Chicago. Here's Russell. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Siegfried, the pass to Russell. A tray. Again, Russell missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And Sanders pulls it down. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Here's Jones. And the layup falls. Jones has got his third bucket of the night.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I think that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Chicago making a switch here. Neely's checked in.
That's a cool one.
And the Bulls lead by 1.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
Jones drives in. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
It's stolen by Jones. Russell kicks to Sanders. Stolen by Grant. Jones against Armstrong. Right side, Pippen. Tries a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had. He's got 8 points. He was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker offensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
That free throw, no good. And he ends up missing both free throws. Chicago trailing here.
Популация продвижения не будет, а что человек может запускать до полностью, бывает плохо.
Yeah, you look at the lead change, 6 already.
And they're pushing it up. Cartwright, the pass to Grant. Oh, Cartwright stolen away. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And finished off by Sanders.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Chicago calls timeout.
You just see some things that can be improved once you get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Chicago making a switch here. Purdue's checked in, and then for Boston. Heinzen comes in for Thompson, and Jones subbed in for Siegfried.
Kochani, to moi góry. A, Boże, ty kanał. Ale mi noga. da mora trpiti kada sve što je. Imate grama želka? Ako ja imaš 3, pa ne znam piše koliko piše. Ne grama želka. Što ja što ima da više. Ajde, da na United zove. Šakil? Nije. Ona iz... Ili nešto reći. Iz Nigerije, gdje on snima 100%. Znači sad prsto zove. Ja. Lika, majko. Pa daj, nisi da ova igra to nešto znaš o toga. Dobro, to je... Šta to se zove? Seri, pa ruska. What the fuck, just what the fuck. Ej, ovaj nam je trči, ne? Wow, čovjek, znači... Da se nisam prišao. Koliko? Najbolje vidim. Da je znam reći, kako će bude. Ali to je on trkicu ima. Mogu ga gledati od toga gdje ovo ne znam. Ne, jesi gledao kako se zove, šta je sad samo postalo popularno i različno. Pa mogu uda ono da radi. Ulja je ono od alkohola, ona je Brazila, filtrovano, na koliko ima, 60 nešto bi bilo. Ali džoba nema definiciju. Ima definiciju. Ali možda se takmiči. Pa neće niko da ga takmiči, zna vidi se da je filtro. Ja ovo... Imaš šut na to, kako ovo učinje. Kako ja trebao da igram, hoću reći. Samo 6 stavke. Ali sad. Alo, kako ti je to znam. Ti je Jordan, bolje hajde. Evo, vidiš. Gdje ga Jordan? Gdje ga Jordan? Nije, to je. Tako je dan to kao. Štela i crn. Lopti, opa. Lomite ga, šta je rekao, bro? Rolim čovjek ima. Ima ove vojde. Alo, William, slobodno mi ti. Nije mogu bolje od toga. Ne znam da, to što znači. Nešto je malo. To je to ovo.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Celtics up. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes they get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Havlicek is out there receivers. Then it's Jones. Then it's Jones. And it's Russell in at the 5 spot. The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He's off on the first. So we can't get either to fall. Bulls trail by 5.
Njemu šuta koliko mora zadržiti, da. Evo je naš šef, našao taj
That one is no good. Celtics leading by 5. Jones dishes to Havlicek. Right side Russell. Now the feed to Sanders. He kicks it to Havlicek. That doesn't go either for Havlicek.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Jordan kicks to Grant. Armstrong passes to Jordan. Shot clock at 5. Jones against Armstrong. Jones dishes to Havlicek. Ball's not loose. Launches it. And it's Jones. Serving the assist by Jones. Jones has got 9 points.
Guys, he can really light it up for the time.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. He's showing a lot of holes.
Ja ću ga počinu s tim uvjerom.
That's unacceptable.
Navodiš 5-6 razli, 5 razli, ja ću ga puno djelaš kad se vodim. Hajde, samo da ja ću 10%. Znači, X, prebaciva. Šut. Objasnim zbog gledanja. Ovo je šut, prebaciva. Ovo je šut. A kad držiš prvo, on se pokraj zakuća. Znači, ovo je brzo krpanje. A znaš šta je ovo skače? Ovo je upravo krpanje. Kratka nego da mi ne udim. A kako da mi idem novo? Pa ne možeš, ako mi je ga ono da se gura, što će može sta, nema ono ići što nam čuda. Kako da nije nam igrao? Tady? To se debati. Hajde ti, to, pokaži njemu kako se radi. To stide, znači ono ovo. To stide, da je Jordana neko da igrao. To. Sam drži, kako smo radili? Kako smo? Vidiš ovo dolje, dovde moraš da drži, da nas drži. Ili šta šutaju vrata slobodno, a nije jedno slobodno vrata, ali to zna da igra vrata, on je bio igrao kad si misli ne znam pensi.
So he picks up just 1 from the line now.
Ovo je ovo, sveta se rekao, rođo! Znači ovo je šta? Učite mi ovo, treba da stoji ja sam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they would love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Ovo je ovo, mislim da se radi, mislim što je problem. Tam do službe, evo rat klopka. Rat, nemoj to da bolji sve klopke da izgleda svoj klopko klopko, ne treba. Evo malo.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt the buzzer beater, I guess I will definitely
Tamo da skrpimo da vrate jedan, to je opca, ne? Evo, to je vrata klopka. A nam sam nije na igraču, da se baciva.
hangs out on that rim, puts a little whipped cream
Ne mora sam da to
on that angel food cake there.
And those displays of strength Clark can get one.
Ja sam pa dupuje, nisi prije si, poznaj Zoka si, znam.
And that replay spreads it.
Na ovom,
The key is
ona
slam
nima
jam,
se
giving us a great look at that one. Thompson, he's checked in for Jones. Pippen kicks to Jordan.
Oko, da mogu da banana je.
Scottie Pippen.
Banana je kako vrlo.
Just a 1-point celebration. And it's going to be out of bounds.
Jedan u mamu djetu, tebe da su bačeno na kuću.
Be smarter in those exchanges.
Williams, he's checked in for Bill Murray. They can retake the lead after trailing.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance, put yourself in position.
Pa da je gol malo. A ne da ti odikse, moraš...
Sanders against Armstrong from deep. Siegfried grabs the miss.
He had 6 points from great in the first half, but nothing's falling here.
And the Bulls making a change here. Haxon's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Haxon's checked in. Outside Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Outside Pippen. Grant outside. For the lead. No good. Some solid defensive work there from Havlicek. And stolen by Jordan. To the wing right side. Haxon. That one's on Jordan from the wing. Haxon's got his first basket of the night.
And every pass they make is leading to the score here. I mean, it's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the shot, and it's really paid off during the run.
Gilbert checked in for Chicago. McRae has come in for Scottie Pippen. Jones checked in for the Celtics. From deep, Jordan. Good. Jordan's got another quarter alone.
Has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter? He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Sanders. He sinks the 11-footer.
A great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Paxson passes to Jordan. Now Paxson, covered by Havlicek. Outside for Jordan. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. And it's Boston the other way. And a fast breakdown for the Celtics. And that one's good for Havlicek. Havlicek's got it all tied up for the Celtics.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he
Taken away.
Pas. Još jedan, idemo I tome I
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Man, they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Cox is checked in for the Celtics. Paxson kicks to Jordan. 27 seconds left here in the third quarter. Stolen by Havlicek. And pushing it up. Here's Weston. Poke loose. Transition here from the Bulls. Paxson passes to Jordan. For 3. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great so far with the Celtics coming to play. Jones throws out there with Kirby. Then it's Jordan, and it's Armstrong in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. That is the lightning quickness of Sam Jones. Here's Jones. Lays it up. Jones has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, they're hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end. Very impressive. They forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
That's been a huge factor as well.
Havlicek outside. It's tipped with the fadeaway.
Ubaci.
The rebound by Pippen.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Jones slams it in.
Rising high to throw that ball.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice play there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Ti vežemo to je sad za se uđi. Dosta da, ovo, ma prvi put u životu igram i ne možda napred. A bilo sve treće. Ovo vodio koliko.
He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot takes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them 3 points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
That's just a foolish mistake right there, guys.
Inexcusable. You just cannot allow that to happen.
Outside Jones. And not sure what he was thinking there. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Pippen. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Jones kicks to Jones. And he gets it to go. Jones has got 9 points here in the second half.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Armstrong passes to Cook.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he can't get the first one. Sanders checked in for Johnson.
Znaš koliko moram da igraju do sredine.
So he can't get either to fall. Celtics leading by 4. And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Bulls. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Hey guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the double.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Focus. Just wait for the simple.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Havlicek, that's good on the assist by Jones. A great play by Havlicek at a crucial moment. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, you know, they got behind, but they hung in there and maintained contact.
Armstrong dishes to Pippen. One-on-one here. And a wide open look for Sanders. Rebound by Armstrong. Chicago trailing here to the inside. Pippen gets to Jordan. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Look for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kev.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And at this point of the game, getting a break here important for the teams to regroup and to play. This is when you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Williams is checked in from Chicago. The drive by Jordan. Armstrong gets the bucket. And a closer look here at the whistle stands for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And that one is stuck right through.
And that's how they make the steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
He's trying to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And since halftime, he has been a different player.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Armstrong against Jones.
Kako ga on je?
The drive by Jordan.
Greg, no problem with me with that call. He was still sliding right there.
Moja lopta leti u krizi. Čekam da mi sudija da ovo. Pravi stalo.
So now it's a 4-point ball game.
The crucial spot is always so solid at the line. Rarely waste those opportunities.
Hajde, tragedija ti.
Another steal.
That's the thing with basketball. Things can change rather rapidly and go against you in a hurry.
Especially when you turn the ball over. I mean, they've got a game on their hands now, and they can afford any more miscues.
Here's Sanders, and it's Jordan with the rebound.
He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part. It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
Jones. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. And so Jones nails both of them. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Jones, no luck.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Armstrong. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Russell. No good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that's going to do it tonight.
Jube. Vidite kako mi gleda nas skoro.
Kako da gledam?
Sad Catrulet.
Gdje?
Pa na YouTube, brate, kaži. Catruleta sam
Gdje ga lijepo?
Čekaj.
Kako? Hat?
Gdje ga lijepo, brate, ali ja.
Hat?
Cat.
Nije cat, nego Catrulet.
Catrulet kao kat, kao mačka.
Sat?
Rulet.
Odvojeno.
Sve zajedno. 8, 9, 9, 6.
Rulete. 8, 9.
Ja ovoga sam ti isko. Karim Abdul Jabbar.
Abdul Jabbar. Pakistanac on.
Ne znam.
Gdje?
A sad. To gore prvo.
Ovo.
Gore još.
Ovo.
Ti si mnogo 9 stavio. 8, 9, 9, 6. To. Pa je to. Ja mislim da je ovo imao negdje da se nađe. Ne ide. Ništa. Nema što je naći. Ako je sve valio bijega, neće. Los Angeles, Atlanta.
Kucam live, ono.
Ne možeš naći, moraš naš kanal da naći. Ali više neće ništa da naći. Catrulet, sve da jeba se naći.
A ja ukucao čhat.
Jebaj glavu. Catrulet. A igrat ćemo West, East.
A nema.
Kao nema da dam to. Neće ništa ti nađi.
Koga ćeš zapad ili?
Aj, vidim šta ćeš.
Amore, hajde čuo što mi skaš.
Uzmi šta ovo. Gledaš ocene?
Pičko vrijeme.
Ne, gledača. Gledam. Sranje.
Pa Čamer se bije samo.
Pa dobro, to moramo da zakažemo nešto, moramo publika ovo, ono,
I
to
da
dobiti
snimamo.
promociju, pa ja.
Izađe mi ako smiješ.
Sacramento,
Smiješ mi. Misliš ako si čitav dan vezu, malo ne... Da si ti sad...
Ne smaraj, Emile, ne
Aj,
smaraj.
izađi se pobijem.
Ne smaraj, bole, nemoj me jebati, glava me boli.
stiže ti nešto. Stiže ti ko. Oakland Blazers, East All Star. Maj, gledaj, kada ne gledam ocu. Kakav gej, vrat.
Jebote, Bogić, ko je sad?
James Curry.
Alo? Brate, evo me kod Lalova mogu.
Pa baš ne bi sam ti imao, ja ću da...
A? Igramo, brate. Hoćeš da ti donesemo, je?
Pa tamo to je čast ili sutra ti da.
Pa treba li to, brate, večeras ili sutra, je? Pa dobro. Tak, čao.
Šta hoćeš?
Nisam ga ništa i sad.
Da možda se kući da možeš ići, to ja što sutra. Hajde, uzmi sam ovo Ne, večeras je rekao da možda se da možeš...
Šta su uzao da troji?
Pa uzmi ima neki normalni, sam rekao, nećemo tamo ti jači tvoji dva puta.
Pa uzmi ti onda, hajde.
Već da se jači ovdje, naše su ocene slične, zato što i rezerve imaju.
Dobro, da, uzmi.
Normalno. A igrat ćemo kocka. Jedinci i trš.
Drži.
A nije, aj ti si idemo sad što je.
3, 4,
Dobro, te nisu.
The 2K Sports pregame show. This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Magic in Orlando. Well, for Orlando, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. One of the guys you're going to see tonight, Victor Oladipo, when he is just a monster at the off-guard position. What do you say, Kenny, about how he uses his strength to his advantage?
I mean, he's probably stronger than like 95% of the guards that he...
Gdje? To ja, da. Ajde, ti si mi da.
Igramo.
Let's see the starting lineup visiting Toronto.
Welcome everyone to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sideline. We're live at Amway Center where the Magic have home court advantage. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jamari Carroll is out there with Scope, and it's Valanciunas in at the center. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Vucevic with the bucket. That range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive play.
Here's Harris. The Raptors getting the bucket. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. It was just a terrible shot.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's DeRozan. They get the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Vucevic. It is good. The assist from Harris. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. And Valanciunas kicks to DeRozan. And stolen by Payton. Here's Oladipo. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
And for Victor Oladipo, guys, last season you saw him continue to make strides in his game. He has the deal to be one of the best guards in the league, and he's on the right track right now. Very excited for his future.
As you said about Oladipo, he has a bright future in this league after playing at Indiana. Already stepping into the leader.
About his game and the way he plays, that he contributes really in every facet. I'll use a baseball term. He's a 5'2". I mean, he really does a little bit of everything well. And he can make a big impact even when his shot isn't falling, be it on the glass with his passing or his defense.
So it's Orlando now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Payton outside. Pass to Vucevic. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. Picked by Vucevic. No good from Payton. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Orlando trailing here. Now here's Payton. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Gordon. Payton kicks to Vucevic. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it.
I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a shot, Kevin, from Victor Oladipo.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Comes up empty down low. Orlando, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Harris misses.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Here's DeRozan. Gordon with it. Here's Payton. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And on the bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And Orlando's offense could struggle at times, and there were some low points last season. The big one happening when the Knicks set a record for the fewest points in an NBA quarter.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. A new group in now for the Raptors. Yambo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Ross, he's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And he gets it to go. I remember that game that Greg was talking about with the Magic and Knicks scored so few points. Remember combined Clark 15 points in a quarter for a new NBA low mark?
I do remember. I like to forget about that one, though, but the Magic get most of the blame there because they were at home and they only managed 7 points in that quarter.
And Fournier kicks to Watson. Pocket 4. A shot. And he drops that one in. Here's Joseph. 55 seconds left in the first. It's tipped. And they're on the break. Fournier passes to Fry. They get it again. Here's Azania. Bangs home the trifecta. Azania's got himself on the board with 3 down.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
That free throw, no good. Hey guys, Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down, remember the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy. He cleans the glass for you, intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
Rebound by Dedmon.
You rarely see him missing dunk, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And here is Ross from 15 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. 1 quarter in the... And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that...
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, you know,
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yep, Velcro valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do, be where he's supposed to be, do what he's supposed to do.
Touches. Ne radi, evo te ovak, ne radi taj, da.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle spots for Orlando.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end, applying pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've got some blocks as well.
Inside, it's Fry and Vucevic. Victor Oladipo is out there with Watson, and it's Hazonia in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the
Oh my goodness, he's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out, goes incredibly slick move.
Like a knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that was Kia, bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. One thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistent. Beats the rock, wears his mistakes down.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him, but in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
Peyton, he's checked in for C.J. Watson. And Toronto also making a switch. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. Orlando leading by 6. Unloads. It's Oladipo on the wing. Fires from the line. Rebound by the Raptors.
And for Lowry, he's been on fire the past couple of seasons. He's shown toughness, leadership, and the instinct to make winning plays on the court at both ends.
And Carroll gets it to go. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the paint, here's Harris, and down it goes. That one home.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the game.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think, Clark, with the hoop from there?
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. Carroll, no one around him. Offensive rebound. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Valanciunas.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, for a big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well.
The Magic making this switch here.
This is Victor Oladipo.
Brate, kada ne pušiš i nisi loš igrač.
Vika se i nos mu fatio, ne mogu ništa, brate. Nos igru.
A?
Ne mogu da zapadu.
Ne može da pušiš, pa dobro. A cigar? Ni to nešto, ne?
Jedan
Pusti baka, mina, a ko je tebi mako ružan stvar tebi. Pričamo mi, a streamujem se upao. Eto, mi pričamo, a streamujemo. Da što je neko izluškujemo. Šta radimo, jesmo, radimo. Ja dam tvoj košku da vidim. Mislim na YouTube. Znači. Čekaj sa primjeni. Pa YouTube, ja vidim što na YouTube vidim film, baš film. Bogu film. To film. Ja nemam volje vidjeti to. Ajde. Spreman. Ti.
That'll be a 5-second call. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Peyton dishes to Harris. No good off the front. Raptors trail by 4. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
Pa ne moraš li dati ako se zajebaš, sve da vidim samo ta, si izgubio 1 sekund, jebot 1 sekund.
Pa ne mora onda krene, ba, onda...
Pa to je, to snimao.
A uđi pa se u tvojac.
To svoje, jel? To je bolje to.
Hoćemo da vidimo.
Meni Vučić možda preko 85 ima, to nema ni to. Evo.
Nema da što se ne overava.
To je svoje bol.
Pa znam.
Kako ja moje da uđi?
Pa moraš da uđeš...
Hajde, pliš.
Nije ovo što je skroz uopšte, brate. I miješanje.
Overall, eto ti bon, sad
Ali ne samo igrači, ima, to viš koji si igrači. Znači, samo dvojica ima 1.83 ima. I ovaj Lovri sad je na klupi. Zato što nema njega.
Dobro, vidjet ćemo posle.
Ajde sad tvoj. Uđi, stati, tiši. Game plan je. Substitution, throw, go. Evo. Na dvojici vidiš taj...
Bolje tvoj bon, da. Meni Vučić 83, sam trekao.
I ovo je 80. On sam imam preko 80.
Bolje ti igrač, to ne mogu zebaviti. Gledaj, meni 73, sam je ovaj. Taki, ne jebati.
Da, vi su dobro, vi to futbol nije vas, dva igrača bili kolektivno.
Now here's Peyton. He's guarded close to the middle and stolen by Patterson. to the paint. Here's DeRozan. Got a hand on it. But they recover it. Carroll with the three. Count that one. Carroll's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Payton kicks to Harris. Inside. And Luis Stroll against the whistle that time. So for the Magic, Wayne Dedmon comes in for Harris. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Oladipo. Combo, he's checked in for the Raptors. Fournier pass to Dedmon. Over to the wing. Out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Magic making a change here as Anya's checked in.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Joseph dishes to Biombo. Stolen kicks to Carroll. Stolen. 1:46 left in the first half. Here's Fournier. Quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game.
And boy, did he ever sell the perfection.
And watching Evan Fournier, he's an intriguing two-guard prospect. Saw his minutes break spike last season after getting traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he finally had the chance to get in and prove himself. Had a few strong outings in the second half of last year.
Here's DeRozan, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam. You know, Clark, when it's a tight game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Dedmon, covered by Biombo. Ball's knocked loose. Now the Raptors moving it up. Out to DeRozan. To the inside. Scola passes to Joseph. And Aaron Gordon reversal that time. That's his first foul.
Boy, I like the height that Evan Fournier has as a two-guard. I mean, he doesn't have the lateral quickness that you'd like to see in that position. But as he gains strength, I think he should at least be capable and competent on the defensive end.
Good on the shot. Fournier's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the three ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now. They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Outside Gordon. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Biombo. Here's Johnson, and that basket's going to count. Well, hits the goaltending goal right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it different. They'll count the basket.
Watson for three. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall. And the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. And that'll do it.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Scola out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 down low. 5 on the clock. Oladipo for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got 3 rebounds now in this one. The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
Now Payton. Picked by Vucevic. On its way from Oladipo for 2. That's in coming off an assist from Peyton. Peyton's got 3 assists now in this one. The Raptors shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's Lowry, and he lays it straight in. Lowry's got 5.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Orlando trailing here. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Oladipo goes in. Here's Gordon, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Gordon dishes to Peyton. Goes back up, and stolen by Scola. Feeds to Lowry. Passes it to Carroll. Noah Peyton with some nice D. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half, expanding his range. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And Toronto making a change. Patterson's checked in. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Lowry against Peyton. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And a miss there on the triple.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Oladipo against Patterson. Oladipo misses. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Peyton kicks to Vucevic. That's stolen by Lowry. Fast break Toronto. Carroll's running. Valanciunas with the ball. Now guarded by Vucevic. Back to Patterson. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Outside Carroll. The shot will not go. And Orlando the other way now. Poked away. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Channing Fries checked in for Orlando. And then for Toronto. Johnson comes in for DeMar Carroll. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Picked by Vucevic.
Danas grafička, što? Grafička pa ne moram to raditi. Ja sam 63, 47. Ja sam pauzu klicnuo. Cool.
Harris outside. Dishes it to Oladipo. Here's Fry. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Patterson dishes to Ross. And Patterson kicks to Lowe. Back to Patterson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space 4. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors leading by 3. Here's Joseph. Here's the pass to Patterson. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Fry passes to Watson. Ross grabs the board.
One of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel contact on his way to the rim.
There's the dish to Biombo. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. Second free throw, no good.
And Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 2 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Joseph dishes to Scola, 13 feet away. And stolen by Fry. 58 seconds left in the third. Here's Watson, just to Vizania to the lead. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Vizania's got his 3rd basket of the night. And the Raptors did play the other East teams well, went 500 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East by having another strong season against the conference.
And Fournier kicks to Fry. Carries it from 3-point range. Fry's got a second bucket tonight. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, 10 for 10. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
But for the two-hander on that slam, that's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from in there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Watson up top. And a foul. The shot will go to the strike for 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make it hard to find the
Both free throws good from Watson. Now here's Joseph. Here's Ross. Off on the lane.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong.
We welcome you back to as we get into the 4th quarter. Toronto trailing. Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Dwayne Dedman is out there with Vucevic, and it's Watson in at point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Wow. Fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
And he goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Aaron Gordon is checking in for the matchup. Elfrid Payton comes in for C.J. Watson. And the Raptors also making a change. DeMar DeRozan is checked in for Terrence Ross. Payton against Lowry. Now here's Payton. Defense right on him. It's stolen by Lowry. And oh, here we go. DeRozan. Nobody called.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to pull this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Here's Vucevic. And coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle. A lot of contact there. They get Luis Scola. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense. Clark unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front court. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
And I like what they've been doing now in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding is has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And the basket by Harris. Right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win. And talking about Vucevic's development last season, he's also had the highest assist average of his career. He's a good decision maker on the floor, knows when to take it himself, and knows when to kick it to cutters and spot up shooters.
Outside Lowry. To the wing on the left. Carroll with the three. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, and getting back to Vucevic, I mean, he's at an age where he only gets better. Averaging 20 points a game last year after averaging only 14 the year before. That was an incredible leap in production, and I think it's one that'll continue.
And the Raptors call time here. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Peyton, but it came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
And guys, Peyton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time. That's good. Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Banked in off the glass.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He's going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Oladipo for 3. Can't hit. Nice D from DeRozan.
And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be hitting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep. And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Magic. Peyton outside from the stripe, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Carroll with it beyond the arc. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Peyton outside. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Oladipo outside. Picked by Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Peyton passes to Frye. And it's good. It's time running down the shot clock. Frye has got the game tied up here for the Magic. Monroe's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. The drive by Lowry. Here's Scola. And he goes in for the dunk.
A coach loves to see.
1:32 left to play in the final. And here is Peyton, picked by Vucevic. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Now the Raptors moving it up, all going up court. And Lowry gets it to go.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Kicks it to Peyton. He dishes it to Vucevic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball, it's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Oladipo misses.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself.
19 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and that's an intentional foul. And Toronto has possession. It's a 5-point game, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
At the line of the Magic, Luis Scola taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second and 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're losing by 6. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul. He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're behind by 8. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, but
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our DeMar DeRozan. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like, and that's it for our bro.
Lavri je to bitno za jedan. Pa ja tiču tako je. Znači najviše je mozak. Picka mi kad. No evo ga bez playa, ja ne mislim da igra malo. Hajde, živamo zajedno. Znači kocka ga, hajde ti se više nećemo. Brooklyn, što bi jelo trogao ti kocka. Meni je ovo šut. Nije trogao. Meni je Brooklyn te ali trogao. Pa jeste vi. Plan taj opet. Imaš Jeffa. Taj buja. Pola minusa pa nije loš kod tebe. Opet nije loš kod tebe. Ne znam, Bogdanović ili Kaletović igra. Ajde, X Kaletović.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel.
Da, Bogdanović ne igrao 71. Ja sam ti umjesto. Bravo, što je jesnije. To im kaže. Bravo, Andreja Barnjak. A ovo nije jebao te kog neke čak bez dvije. Znači bez dvije, sam bez dvije. A dobro, ne bi tamo Piše koji je zašto je dobro. Sad šut, minded point. Ajde da si skoro na Bogdanović, Joe Johnson, šta ovo znači offensive foul? Napada Ain't imao ali je kao razmišljam, napadač kada je inside, outside, da. A ovaj kada ovo radi, ova oba dva ovo radi.
kaže, Džilsa, Polsko, Stajado, Splice, Korver, skoro nazad prošli. A zato su to bolji tim, ove sezone. Pa i naši uopšte manje. Sad je bolji, ono bi da pita.
As the Atlanta Hawks come into town in this game. At Barclays Center, the fans here in Brooklyn amped up for their Nets. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Teague and Korver are the guards. Horford is out there with Paul Millsap, and it's Splitter in at the center. Now here is Jack, and yes sir, that one drops. Jack's got the first points up on the board for the Nets. Here's T. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Here's Jack after the main shot from Jeff T. No good from Jack.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Feeds to Splitter. Young with the steal. Outside Jack. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Jack's got his second bucket of the night. Jack's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Teague drives in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. You just watch Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And T's also athletic, you know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender, and I still think he's developing consistency.
And a dunk by Horford.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Now here is Jack. On the wing, Johnson lets the 3 fly, and Splitter pulls it down.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. With his bounce, he could get in there and grab a few more.
Johnson, that's for 2.
Tequila, tequila, mama. Ovo se ide. Ono drugačije ono, no. Već tako, ali pravo da je, ne tako iskriva. Ništa kažu ništa. Ne radiš. Da. Koji je? Hajde. Pa jes, to je pravo, ispravit će se kada bude na sredini, no. Tačka, samo ćemo možda malo... Ovako, ti bolje. I zoom ćemo malo. Evo ovako, ovdje.
Good looking shot from the wing. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Teague dishes to Splitter. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Korver, and it's blocked. Here's Johnson. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the right side. This one for 3. A nice shot from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Korver kicks to Splitter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Millsap.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And it's Korver off the drive. Good. Forver's got his first points in this one.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Jack against Team. The feed to Bogdanovich. Lopez passes to Jack. Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. And a new group in for the Nets. Argnani is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bogdanovich.
Daj trojku, stopas.
Ne znam, pucao sam pa sad.
Stopas.
3-4 sata.
Nova trojku.
Spreman.
And it's Markel Brown in for Jarrett Jack. Atlanta also making some changes in. Thabo Cephalosha is checked in for Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Brown. The pass to Ellington. Back to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Argnani dishes to Johnson. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Hawks leading. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he has done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he is transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. You know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio, but he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. After the Nets' big moves the past couple of years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
Actually have the fifth oldest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players have playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
Now here's Johnson. Picked by Bargnani. Johnson goes in. Here's Robinson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for it. And, you know, for the Nets, the roster's average age was about 2 years younger at the end of the 2015 season than where they were at the end of 2014. They made a point to get younger.
So it's Brooklyn now, after the basket by Atlanta. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. There's a screen by Robinson. Johnson outside. Now gets to Bargnani. Got a piece of it. Now here's Schroeder. And he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
And that's a coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense style. I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Just ask Darren Williams.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Millsap at power forward with Horford in the center. Teeing out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Korver in at the small forward. Jack passes to Lopez. Millsap with the steal. Pushing it up. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Well, you have to love the energy and the effort given every night by Kent Bazemore, hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you actually. Runs the floor like a tornado, can handle the ball, the consummate role player.
Yeah, he really is. And you know, you have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball. Okay, there's only one out there. Right. You're going to have 5 guys, so you need other areas of the game to be effective. And he focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little things that add up to victories.
And, you know, going back to Kent Bazemore, he was not a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Was solid and unspectacular in college. Entered the NBA as an undrafted free agent. Exceeded everybody's expectations.
Korver, no luck. That's trailed by 5. And Jack, here we go. And he gets it to go.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. Boy, that was a nice job.
Millsap dishes to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunk.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
The kick out to Young. Teague against Jack.
Pojazd, bratuje sam perfektnie. Where are you going? Where are you going? Fuck you! Как ты наш? Приехал наш, понял, наш. Ой, я понял. Какой углов, подождите. Can't face me. Ja bacio tu je prosta to ne vidim. Ja ne prosta.
And so that brings the 2K Sports halftime show.
Hello again, everybody. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. And now, folks.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
What a performance from Millsap here. He has 9 points and a steal.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Jared Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard. So that's the group for Lionel Hollins as we begin the second half.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that tells everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Here's Corver, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague got his 4th assist in this one.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And the shot is good. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Johnson kicks to Lopez. Millsap with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And the dunk by Horford.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
6 on the shot clock. Johnson kicks to Young. Releases from 15. Pass to Jack.
A što je ovo za tim, jel?
Nije to čisto ovako grubo.
Kako se zove, znaš sad ti ovo za tim, kad 30 sekundi ne možeš daš koš opet saš i upati to je.
To je
3, 4,
Atlanta with the rebound.
to.
Splitters got 6 rebounds in the game.
Jeff T, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim. And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they got today?
And Jack, here we go. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. Shoot one more at the free throw line. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Splitter.
You got Jeff T, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Such a wide open look. And that's now 9 points for Johnson.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And the foul on Jared Jack. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. That's his first personal foul. Now off the inbound, and Lopez with the block. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Horford kicks to Millsap. To the left side wing. Here's Johnson. And he gets that one off the front. Johnson's got 7 now in this quarter. The Hawks leading by 11.
You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water, but after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Kicks to Jack. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Back to Jack. Lets it go from deep. Horford with the rebound.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Ellington's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Markel Brown in for Jarrett Jack. Just 4 to shoot. Ellington the pass to Robinson. They get it back. Kicks it out to Johnson. Ellington from outside. No luck. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Stolen by Robinson. Ellington with it. He has 7. Kicks it out to Johnson. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And that one's gone shorter.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
The Hawks leading by 14. He dishes it to Cephalosha. Millsap at the elbow. Schroeder with the ball. Brown on him. On the wing, Johnson. He's got 11. He kicks to Ellington. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here is Cephalosha. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shoots from the baseline. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Johnson outside. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Soon the Hawks have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Good on the second free throw.
Sa tvoje polovine šutu. Bilo kraj reda,
And he nails the third.
To zamolira, razpičkiš, razpuštiš dan skroš onak.
Got it off in time. Shot, no good.
A ti spauzirano, ja baš ne mogu. Hewitt. Jaršur. Neki bi brat, još ne jedu od kući. Ponese je džeske dan iza nekih da sad je. Evo sad ti budi. A ti cijelo vrijeme bio to mači pičko. Nisam brat. Dobro, sad bilo. Ajde, trougao. Ja. Ajde. Cleveland. Kad mene ti dođu. Sacramento. Da je 2003. pa haj, još jednom. Ovako, fiks.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ti si start, dodajemo informaciju.
Tako mrzim ovo. Zvezda dobila i kako.
A sad ti kada zove svi oko onoga neko sranje, oko onoga... Kako se zove?
Spartak, FIBA i Euroliga.
Ovo je sve. Guard, evo te kakav ti point guard.
California's capital, Sacramento, and a look here at the Capitol building. It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Wow, the fans making a lot of noise here inside the arena. The Sacramento Kings are getting settled in. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. The clock is at 3. Whoops, there's a 24-second shot clock.
Coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation. Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
No, I see no birds.
No. And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
On offense, here are the Kings. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Craig on the bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for Jordan.
As did his son Kobe.
That's right. That's right. Family affair.
Here is Collison following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's McLemore. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Love outside. Kicks it out to James. Puts up a 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
he can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Kings have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Collison. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
I don't know, maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
The drive by James. The kick out to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Now here's Collison. The tray. There's the bucket. Good. Collison's got 7 points.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons, and he's been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
Here's Collison following the basket by LeBron James. The drive by Collison. Bellinelli passes to Cousins. 6 to shoot. No good. Great D that time from Irving. Cleveland leading by 4. And Shumpert kicks to Mozgov. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. This is it to LeBron. They get a hand on it. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's McLemore. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And some changes here for the Kings. Kuvas checked in for Cousins. Butler comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Arjan Rondo is subbed in for Darren Collison.
Snapchat, Timbo, Facebook, Google, to. Može.
Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Now here is Varejau. Worked down low that time, and he got the 3 seconds. Sacramento making some changes. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's James Anderson in for Ben McLemore. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Jefferson's checked in for LeBron. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's the screen. Caspi with the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Williams with the ball. Pass to Thompson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle.
Rondo's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Sacramento making their last shot. Williams dishes to Jefferson. Thompson outside. Jefferson attacking. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. They get it again. Thompson passes to Jefferson.
Ti kaže viđala ono, jesi tragedija, vratite mi, jel? I bi ga dobro skaču, ljudi. 3-4 kote da lopta daje.
Pick by Varejau. Lets the 3 fly. And Thompson kicks to Varejau. Jefferson on top. He dishes it to Thompson. Back to Jefferson. Smith against Anderson. Trying to get back on track. The kick out to Williams. Cleveland the rebound. Outside Jefferson. Verajao down low. Passes there. Verajao's shot is good.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot. Will follow just like he got there.
Stolen by Verajao. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Up the floor. Verajao dishes to Thompson. Upside Jefferson. Thompson outside. It's all tied in Sacramento. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and cool.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron has become such the constant.
Yeah, he really has. Bro. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
And welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you. They can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Cleveland, filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Moscow. And it's Irving at the point. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start this season, his return to Cleveland last year.
He got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Добра земля, nego kaljavu bilo, znaš, strano, pa to tako nije. Strano, znaš, a zemlja je dobra. Kvalitet zemlje je dobra. Oni stručnjaci koji su tako. Ajde.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself.
Beautiful jam.
Oh my goodness, he's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. The dish to Moscow. Back to Shumpert from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. And now it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. The lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. McLemore's checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for Curry. A switch here also for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Iman Shumpert. Love against Gay. Moskov with the block. They recover it. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Here's LeBron. Love with a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Kings trail by 8 to stop the run. And the layup is up and in.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Irving with it, picked up by Collison. Here's Dellavedova, poked away, and stolen by Cousins. On up the court, and it's sent back by Irving. Now the feed to Love. Moskov sets a screen for Love. Down low. And there's Moskov. That's good on the assist by Love. Moskov's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs. Collison kicks to Gay and takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Gay's got his first bucket in this one. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bellinelli. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejao checked in for Moscow. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for James. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
And that one's good. Now here's a 2-point Cleveland lead.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And the Kings making a change here. Butler's checked in. Butler with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's McLemore. Can't cash in from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor, it is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
Here's Dellavedova. Smith wide open. He fires. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Nice shot by Rondo.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Thompson. The shot will not go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Out left to the wing. And McLemore kicks to Kufis. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Or Cleveland ain't got exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Rondo against Williams. The way. That's good on the jump shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
What hand? He broke the D down to the ground with that.
And Caspi kicks to Kufis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've got in the paint,
and the first half comes to a close. We've got it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. That wraps it up for half.
And it's been a back and forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Collison is out there with Bellinelli. And it's McLemore. And there's Rudy Gay. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Moscow, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Moscow was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he's stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. But Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Irving kicks to Moscow. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
Gay against Love.
Idem ti mai più volte passando. Dio ruki, qui je kompjuter, misliš ti. Dio, kako ja pojam. Kako je ovo moguće? Samo kufa sada makne da ne smije, pa nema tako. Ne mogu, ima nešto
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Kings leading on the court for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Lamont Shepard is out there with Williams. And it's Smith in at the small forward. Cleveland's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Williams with a clean look. No good on the triple. King shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Kicks to Casper. And that misses everything.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down. He's that open.
For three, Smith. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Collison gets a wide open look. The first basket of the period here for Sacramento. Williams with the ball, picked up by Collison. It's stolen. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Off the pick. Cousins, no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciates it.
So that's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey guys, well George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He told his squad, listen guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If you do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Moscow. They paid a hefty price, giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Kings.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
On the wing, Shumpert. He's guarded by Cousins. And Shumpert kicks to Moskov. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Shumpert. Offline with his three.
And the Moskov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle. They've been the better counting team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Love kicks to LeBron. Love the pass to Moskov. And the rejection by Cousins. McLemore inside the line. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Kings leading now by 6. Bellinelli dishes to McLemore. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. McLemore's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Here's LeBron. Feeds it to Shumpert. Back to LeBron. Cleveland moving the ball around. Outside Shumpert. LeBron kicks to Irving. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Irving has simply been great. He's got 11 points. He's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
Those were critical foul shots because we're at the point now where they can't be missing any of those.
Here's Rondo. Excellent D there from Moskov. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And Shumpert slaps it in.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Captain?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email. Definitely threw that one down.
Game. Second chance effort. Count the bucket. And the Kings lead by 6.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Gay with the block. 1:32 left in the 4th. Good. Rondo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Kings.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Irving passes to Love. Rondo with the steal. Gay right side. Shot is off. Great D that time from LeBron.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Moskov kicks to Love. LeBron outside. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 6 in the bucket from Irving. There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Mozgov with the steal.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Now Gay pushing it up. No one back. Oh, man.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Love has it in the corner. Mozgov passes to Irving. From 13. Tries again. James outside. Pass to Irving. Launches a three. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Dobro, ajde, postanu ti Jost, pa ćeš. Nemo, izaći.
So the Kings win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves. But Parker and everyone satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there, the outcome was in doubt. Give them a lot of credit for that.
Nemam gdje, jebu ga.
Sad ću ja to smotiti da može ubiti sam. Onako nije baš namjerno, nije što ispneš pička neka, da ja budem kriv sve. Da sam što sam živ. Šta je s ovim golom?
Idem gore, vatre razbiti.
Pa znam, da. Čekaj. Ja sam taj miš koji vučem i to će biti okej. Sad ti to drži. Sad isključim ovaj stream. Drago mi je bilo što si bio gori. Ja volim da igram protiv gori ljudi.